Everyone tells you multi-agent systems scale linearly. Add more agents, get more done. That's a lie. And by the time you hit 10 agents, you'll feel exactly why your latency explodes. Your token bill triples, and your agents start arguing with each other like a dysfunctional committee. Here's the first thing nobody mentions. The bottleneck isn't the model, it's coordination overhead. When you have 3 agents, communication is simple. Agent A calls B, B calls C, you get an answer. But once you cross 10 agents, the number of possible interaction paths grows combinatorially. Every agent that needs context from another agent forces a round trip, and each round trip is a full LLM call with full context. I've watched a CrewAI setup with 12 agents make over 400 model calls to answer a single user question, because agents kept re-asking each other for information that was already generated 3 steps earlier. The second brutal truth is context window pollution. In LangChain, the default pattern is to stuff conversation history and intermediate results into each agent's prompt. That works beautifully with a handful of agents. But scale that up, and every agent is now reading a transcript of every other agent's reasoning. Your prompts balloon to 15, 20,000 tokens. Not only does this cost money, it actively degrades quality, because the model gets distracted by irrelevant chatter and loses the thread of its actual task. More context is not more intelligence. Past a point, it's noise. Then there's the reliability math, and this is the one that quietly kills production systems. If each agent completes its task correctly 95% of the time, that sounds great. But chain 10 of them together sequentially, and your end-to-end success rate drops to about 60%. Chain 20, and you're below 40. Errors compound. One agent hallucinates a file name, the next agent trusts it, and the whole pipeline produces confident garbage. This is why so many demos look magical and so many deployments silently fail. So what actually works? Stop thinking of agents as a flat crew and start thinking in hierarchies. Instead of 10 peers gossiping, use a supervisor pattern. One orchestrator that delegates to specialized subteams and only sees summaries, not full transcripts. In LangGraph specifically, model this explicitly as a state graph, where you control exactly what state each node receives. Don't pass the whole blob. Pass the 3 fields that node needs. This single change cut token usage on one of my projects by 70% and roughly doubled the success rate. The second fix is aggressive checkpointing and validation between stages. After each agent or subteam finishes, insert a deterministic check, not another LLM, actual code. Did the agent return valid JSON? Does the file it referenced exist? Is the number within a sane range? Catch failures at the boundary instead of letting them cascade. Cheap validation gates turn that 60% success rate back into something you can actually ship. Third, embrace parallelism where the work is genuinely independent, and be honest where it isn't. A lot of teams try to parallelize tasks that have hidden dependencies, then spend days debugging race conditions in what should have been a simple sequential flow. Map out your actual dependency graph before you scale. Often you'll discover you don't need 10 agents at all. You need 3 good ones and a couple of tools those agents can call directly, without the ceremony of spinning up a whole autonomous persona for every function. The uncomfortable takeaway is that scaling agents is mostly an exercise in scaling constraints, not capabilities. The teams winning with these frameworks aren't adding agents. They're ruthlessly cutting them, tightening what each one sees, and validating everything in between. Fewer agents, tighter context, hard checkpoints. Do that, and you'll get further with 5 agents than most people get with 50.